Imagine this. You see someone choking on the street. The only way to save them? Grab, squeeze, maybe crack a rib or two. Messy, awkward, but hey, they live. Welcome to the ends justify the means diner, where every dish is ethically confusing, and you're the chef in a stained apron. It's the age-old brawl. Utilitarianism says, if it helps the most people, do it. Deontology screams, some stuff is just wrong, no matter what. And modern life keeps serving up weird specials, from hacking for truth to lying to save lives, where the ethical menu is never simple. Utilitarianism versus deontology. Welcome to the ultimate philosophical smackdown. Utilitarianism versus deontology. In one corner, utilitarianism says, if it makes more people happy or less miserable, do it even if it means torturing one guy to save thousands. Wikipedia calls it the poster child of consequentialism. Results are everything, feelings optional. In the other corner, deontology, starring Kant, probably frowning behind a giant rulebook, insists some things like lying, murder, or torture are wrong, no matter how shiny the outcome. Principles are principles, even if it means disaster. The classic trolley problem sums it up. Flip the switch and kill one to save five. Utilitarians say, simple math. Push a guy off a bridge to stop the trolley? Deontologists clutch their pearls and yell, absolutely not. Same numbers, wildly different vibes. It's basically the philosophical version of it's not what you did, it's how you did it. Where philosophy meets headlines. Modern headlines are basically philosophy exams in disguise. Take Rui Pinto, the hacker who spilled Union of European Football Associations and transfer secrets he says he broke laws for the public good. Utilitarians cheer, expose corruption, save society. Deontologists scowl, illegal is illegal. In Malta, some uni students and their prof poked at a scheduling app security, but still got criminally charged. After much drama, they were pardoned, reforms followed, and Malta basically said, okay, but next time, ask first. Again, utilitarianism loves the disaster prevention. Deontology says rules are rules. Then there's Snowden, who dumped NSA surveillance secrets in 2013. Hero. Traitor? Depends who you ask. And of course, the favorite ethical brain teaser. Torture the bad guy to stop a bomb. Utilitarians say yup, while deontologists and international law yell hard no. Torture usually doesn't even work, unless your goal is bad intel and global outrage. When philosophy meets real life. Turns out, being a whistleblower is like playing moral tug-of-war while blindfolded. A Springer study shows employees often navigate between loyalty to their company and doing what feels right for society. Deontology says, tell the truth, it's your duty, while utilitarianism gently reminds, consider your job, well-being, and stability too. Many whistleblowers experience challenges such as career changes, legal processes, and significant personal pressure, even when society benefits from their actions. Meanwhile, David Pizarro's well-known study highlights how adaptable our moral beliefs can be. Even those who claim firm ethics may adjust when their group or values are involved. Across different perspectives, liberals, conservatives, people often shift between utilitarianism and deontology, like selecting different Netflix profiles based on the moment. Our moral compass is not a rigid fixed point, it's more like a moral Swiss Army knife, adaptable, practical, and sometimes wonderfully complex. Autonomous vehicles. Remember that MIT Turk self-driving car study from 2015. Participants were all in favor of self-driving cars programmed to sacrifice passengers to save more pedestrians as long as they weren't the passengers. 6M Turk surveys confirm this delightful bit of moral double standard. People love utilitarian logic for other people. When asked if they would actually purchase a Martyr Mobile, the enthusiasm vanished faster than free Wi-Fi. A Wired report later called it moral hypocrisy on wheels. We want others to drive the noble sacrifice cars while we cruise around in armored tanks. This gap between noble ideals and personal safety isn't just philosophical, it's slowing down the rollout of safer autonomous tech. After all, who's lining up to buy a car that might slam on the brakes and hurl you into a tree to spare 5 jaywalkers? Apparently, even our ethics have an opt-out clause when our own seatbelt clicks. Lying to save lives. Turns out doctors fib more than teenagers caught sneaking in past curfew. About 11% openly admit to lying to patients. And many more engage in therapeutic fibbing to soften bad news or prevent full-blown panic attacks. According to a 2012 Health Affairs survey, Nearly 20% of physicians confess to not fully disclosing serious medical errors to patients. Nursing ethics research shows this tightrope walk happens constantly. Lying might protect a patient's fragile emotional state, but it eats away at the caregiver's professional integrity. Meanwhile, some hospitals cling to strict truth-only policies, believing honesty is always best even if it means telling grandma she's got 6 months left, while she's peacefully enjoying her Jell-O. But let's be honest, sometimes brutal honesty traumatizes patients more than helps them. Utilitarianism says, if a little white lie helps, go for it. Deontology crosses its arms and says, lying is wrong. Period. No wonder medical ethics feels like a bizarre reality show, one where every season finale features an ethics committee and 47 pages of paperwork. When ethics mess with real life. These are not just coffee shop debates, real laws are changing. Thanks to Malta's free hour saga, bug bounty reforms and a possible ethical cybersecurity research act are brewing. Over in Europe, GDPR and new whistleblower protections show utilitarian vibes creeping into policymaking. Protect the many, even if it ruffles a few feathers. Companies face their own moral headaches. Should they reward rule-bending white hats or lock them up? Many now offer hotlines and please don't sue us policies to catch problems early without blowing up the PR department. Public opinion? Snowden and Malta's hackers live fire under digital privacy, cybersecurity training, and ethical research protections. And with AI on the rise, regulators are now asking fun questions like, should we program robots to lie if it helps? Because apparently, debating torture wasn't complicated enough, now the machines get a say. How to survive tough decisions without losing your mind. When you are staring down a tough decision, first identify the mess. What's really at stake, who's involved, and how badly could this blow up? Then unleash your inner utilitarian who wins, who loses, and does the total happiness outweigh the collateral damage? But don't stop there. Now bring in your inner deontologist. Are you crossing a moral red line? Doing something flat out wrong even if the outcome looks great? Next, check your moral toolbox. Are you flip-flopping between rules matter and results matter depending on which makes you feel better? Most of us do. Finally, zoom way out and ask, are there laws, regulations, or policies that change how this should be handled? Because sometimes, what feels like an ethical gray area is actually spelled out in fine legal print, you just have to read it. No simple answer, but a moral muscle to build. So do the ends justify the means? The long and short depends. Our world is messy. Utilitarianism offers solutions where outcomes matter. Deontology keeps us from sanctioning barbarism. We each carry a moral toolbox. Sometimes we pick a wrench, other times a screwdriver, and hope we're not using the hammer when a precision tool is needed. Modern stories: hackers pardoned for preventing disasters, whistleblowers sacrificing careers to expose corruption, doctors lying to spare panic reveal there's rarely a clean answer. But there is always a good question. What kind of world do we want? A flexible place where results trump rules? Or one firmly rooted in duty and principle? And there you have it. If you enjoyed having your brain do ethical gymnastics today, smash that like and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious, stay critical, and may your moral compass never spin too wildly.